morning, everyone. Bright and early here we're in Canada.
In Canada's Wonderland.
But what do you do when you're in Canada? You go to Canada's Wonderland. You eat Canadian food. So today we're here at Canada's Wonderland and we're exploring the third part of the trip. Already awesome views of Leviathan and of course the Wonder Mountain. Wonder Mountain looks absolutely phenomenal. And of course, we see Alpenfury. Alpenfury will not be open. At the time, 2 days ago, they just finished construction. No test runs, those trains have been on site yet. So, unfortunately, we weren't able to make it. Also, I wanted to make a note for those season pass holders. I don't know if you're another Six Flags parks, but you have the gold pass with all park passport or prestige with all park passport. They have early entry here. I do not know the days, but we came in and we asked. Apparently they have early entry for season pass holders, and we did not know. So we did miss. I think the only ride though is Leviathan. So overall though, awesome views, and I cannot wait for a day here at Canada's Wonderland. Wonder Mountain Guardian. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff first. I really like the train design. It doesn't hurt or anything. Very cool train design. The station looks absolutely wonderful. It looks like something out of a Disney park. It looks really cool. And the way they do loose articles, because loose articles they do it, is they put them in a bin right next to where you're about to ride. Before you get on, you put it in there, and it's timed. It goes above the station, and it goes all around until it goes to the other side, the unload platform, in which you get off. However, the ride was not a very good ride because you could tell it was screens. You get in, they close the doors, and it's just screens everywhere, and it's shooting. There's no music. The only thing you hear is just the sound it makes as it keeps going. The drop track was fun, but there's like, spoiler, there's this dragon and he like blows fires and then he's like burning you to the ground. And when that happens, the screen turns off and then you drop as a drop track. So it'd be cooler if they had the screen on and so you drop then. But no, it's a pretty short ride, so I would say definitely if you want to do it, hit it up first. But after that, if you don't make it to first, then don't. And with that also, dining plans here, if you get an all-day dining plan, you have to go to the front towards guest services and you must get a wristband. It's not that you can just use the voucher you got. So just want to make that note. Able to get on Vortex. So a good ride, very strange. It's very, I would say, short compared to the Aero suspended coasters. It's not better than the Bat. I still think Bat is number one with the Aero suspended that are still remaining. I don't know if this is number two. It does give pretty good, but it's not. I would say it's much more intense than Iron Dragon. But it's a little bit more on the shorter side, so maybe if you prefer length instead, then it may be better Iron Dragon. And the setting I would say is a little bit better on Iron Dragon, but they're both still great rides. So we just got on Yukon Striker. I wanted to say first of all, there's a single rider line for this. It's the only one in the Six Flags chain I've seen with a single rider line. Depending on how long the line is, I don't think it's actually good to make it because it usually moves very slow. We started making it at first and then we decided to just go on to the normal queue house. So definitely I would rather just use normal queue house. Yukon Striker is still, it has a good drop. But I do prefer Valraven over it because Valraven has better elements, I feel like. Although this is much longer, I feel like a lot of the inversions are just filler. They don't do much to the ride. They're just there to like keep the ride going. So I would definitely say Valraven have better. The drop here is better, but there are better airtime moments because there's an airtime hill right above here. This airtime hill does not do much, I feel like. So the best element overall is the drop, but still a good ride. Also, they have a weird, now you can't bring backpacks into the line, but you can put your phone in these cubbies. Same as Wonder Mountain's Guardian. You put them in this thing and it goes over the station and it then drops off to the unload platform. So then you can go and get your phone or whatever you had. So it's actually much easier, I feel like, than the other ones with the bins. It's much faster. So I would say definitely that this system is much better than at other parks. So overall, solid ride. Now we're gonna go check out Skyhawk. A lot of the rides right now have over 60 minutes. Behemoth, Leviathan, Vortex, thank goodness we did that early. And everything else probably has like a 40-minute wait. So we're gonna go check out some of the unique flat rides they have here. So let's go. So we got on Sledgehammer and Skyhawk. Took a lot longer than we expected. Park is pretty full right now. Skyhawk is a really cool flat ride. I know there's only, I think, another one at Lisaberg. So it's definitely a cool one. It's really hard to get flips, but really cool views. Sledgehammer is a very cool flat ride. The restraints are a little bit weird. And they do kind of sometimes get hang bang. But overall, still a good ride. And there's a lot of weird flats here, especially Sledgehammer. It's really cool coming down from being up so high and coming down all of a sudden because you get a lot of airtime on that. So we're gonna head to Behemoth because we're basically right there. So might as well just make the line while we're here. So let's head to see how Behemoth will be. Just got on Behemoth. Definitely not as good as Diamondback. Diamondback is still my favorite B&M Hyper for the moment. I do not know if it's better than Yukon Striker because your average element on Behemoth is better than the average element on Yukon Striker, but the first drop is actually better on Yukon Striker than it is on Behemoth. I feel like it gives much more better air time, so I enjoy much more the first drop on Yukon Striker better than Behemoth, but I don't really know right now the rankings. Behemoth is still a good ride. I'm gonna get on flight deck by myself because no one else wants to do it, so I have to get on my first ever Vekoma SLC. Let's see how it goes. I rode it. SLCs suck. Not only is this bad, is it rough, but it has the old trains, so your ears are getting bonged. So what I tried is I heard that maybe pressing your ear into one side. I pressed my ear to one side the whole time, and I still kept moving. So it's actually best to put yourself forward. Yeah, really, really bad. There was a delay there for a second, but I was like, I'm just gonna get on this. Terrible ride. Don't like the line for it. It's absolutely terrible. So far, I think the worst coaster of the trip because Magnum XL 200 is, I would say, is bad, but it has airtime. This, there's nothing redeeming about it. I felt nothing, so I would say don't ride this ride. It sucks. Got on the Hutz Topspin here, Riptide. My first ever one. My former home park, California's Great America, used to have one. And I really enjoy it. I never saw it. I only saw it and never actually rode it. It's strange. I don't really like the restraints of the seating. It's very close. Almost like cyclone or whatever that thing's called. I don't even know what it's called. What I wish it did is that instead of holding you for so long and just doing that, like the whole time stopping all your momentum, it'd be cooler if it just went, like it did that twice and then just went flip uncontrollably. That'd be really cool. It was fun. Another one of the strange area. Now that we're in this medieval fair, it's really cool. I feel like this area. Something I could definitely see at King's Dominion or King's Island. So really cool. We're gonna check out Dragonfire. I think that's how you pronounce it. The one in Canada's Wonderland, not the one at Marineland, because that one is still SBNO. Got a temporary delay in operation. So, we got on Dragonfire. I like Corkscrew at Cedar Point better. The ride is kind of short and it's really small because it's literally right under Behemoth. I mean Leviathan. So like the brake one is literally taller than the drop. So I would say if you need to skip one, you can skip that one. It's not really good. It was really janky. So second worst coaster here at Canada's Wonderland. So, we're here at Camp Snoopy, and if you can't tell, we're about to go ride Snoopy's Racing Railway in Canada before we ride the one at our home park at Carowin. So because it was 1 week before our trip, we just decided that we wouldn't go, and so we're here about to ride the one in Canada. So, Canadian Snoopy's Racing Railway. Let's go. Oh yeah, so we went a few rides after the last shot. So we went on like the treehouse top, thing they have at Kids Zone, and they got stuck.
Yeah.
They're right now, their doors can't open, so they got stuck. Luckily, we did not get stuck. So right now, it's 9 o'clock, so we are running. Let's talk about the coasters we did. Let's talk about Snoopy's Racing Railway. It is a really, really good family coaster. I thought the launch is pretty forceful, I would say, for a family coaster. Good launch. The second launch, I feel like there's nothing. I believe the story is different in the one at Carowinds. Hopefully by the time this comes out, we've already been to Carowinds. I just think they're different, but I have no idea. How did you enjoy Snoopy's Racing Railway?
Oh, I like it.
Is it the best family coaster?
No.
One of the best.
Woodstock is.
Yep, Woodstock is best. We rode a similar one, Ghoster Coaster. And that one was really good. It's a similar layout almost to Woodstock Express, but not a clone. Good ride, but it needs some fixes to it, I think. It's not really a good airtime machine, so I would definitely say that's one of the problems. After that, it's fine. It's a family coaster. So, we were able to make it, and we got our final ride, our only ride, and a night ride on front row on Leviathan. Awesome, awesome. The drop, I feel like, isn't as good as Orion and Fury. It definitely feels much shorter. I would say standout elements is probably that speed hill. That's really cool. I don't know right now if I prefer this over Orion, because I feel like Orion has a lot of like unique elements. This definitely doesn't. You could tell this was B&M's first. They didn't know how to make unique elements. I like rather like the wave turn or that slanted hill or the treble clef on Fury. I think that's much cooler than any of the elements here. But Leviathan's still a great ride. Only buzzkill, Leviathan does feel a little bit short. You can definitely tell because the bacon is really long. So if there's a downside, that's one of the downsides. So that ends our day here at Canada's Wonderland, our technically first international park. How did you like the park?
I liked it. It was okay. My favorite one was Leviathan, which is right in front of. And I got this hoodie. You can't really see it right now, but like, yeah. In the back it says.
All right, so the park is absolutely beautiful. For me, this feels very close to a Disney park because going in, because it's Canada's biggest park, it definitely feels like that. Because it feels as if it's a Disney park. Entering in, seeing Wonder Mountain for the first time, it was absolutely wonderful. So I would definitely say this is definitely in the top tier of Cedar parks. That entrance itself is wonderful. My favorite lands are definitely the areas from where Yukon Striker is and where Leviathan is, that medieval area. Those are two really cool areas. So I hope they keep going with the theming. Favorite coasters for sure would be number 1, Leviathan. I'm not sure where it ranks with my Gigas. It's right next to Orion and Fury, so it's probably either gonna be second or third. It's still a good ride. It's awesome. Second would probably be Yukon Striker, and third would probably be Behemoth. But they're great rides here. Unfortunately, Alpine Fury did not open on time. We did see the trains on site, but no testing going on. So it seems as hopefully by the time this has come out, Alpine Fury has officially opened, so you can go ride. But anyway, this was an awesome park. I feel like with their coaster lineup, they need to fix I was gonna say they need a good launch coaster, but you have Alpen Fury now, so I feel like Alpen Fury will fix that. But I think there's a lot of duds that they need to get rid of. Dragonfire isn't really the best. I think they can get rid of that. Flight Deck I think needs to remove, and now that Time Warp is gone. I don't know why they didn't remove both at the same time, because it's like they did with Great Adventure. They just took out so many rides at once. Why didn't they just do that here? I feel like a new coaster could go right there, and that'd be really cool, because I think they really need something like that. But overall, still a great park. It's definitely a top tier of the Cedar Fair parks. And I definitely enjoyed it and probably will come back. I love this park, and so I would definitely say top tier Cedar Fair park. Nothing much I would change. I would just change the Action Zone where Behemoth is, but after that, Austin Park. So thank you so much for watching. Next vlog should be from Niagara Falls, as we're gonna go to the Burger King coaster. Thank you so much for watching. It'd be so cool if you gave this a like and subscribe, and keep chilling with the Coaster Dude. Coming up next, we're headed to Niagara Falls to go ride at the Burger King coaster and get on many of the attractions here, both American and Canadian. Stay out of the splash zone, as we still have so much more to discover.